Welcome to another show of Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis. Coming up on today's show, we gotta learn ways to heal from our injuries. We're gonna have Kelly Andrews from Red Swan Chiropractic. Also, we're gonna speak to Dr. Nestor Rodriguez from Carbon World Health. Have you ever thought about hypnosis as a way to heal mentally and also physically? We're gonna check out Curtis Rawls from Guiding Hand Hypnosis. And then we're gonna finish it off with a little women's self-defense. We're gonna check out Josh Trowbridge from Trowbridge Martial Arts. All coming up right here on Workout Wisconsin. Welcome back to Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis, here on location at Carbon World Health. We're now joined by Kelly Andrews from Red Swan Chiropractic. How are you doing today, Kelly?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So, when I hear the word chiropractic, I think about somebody being twisted like a pretzel. But that's not true because you gave me a demonstration before we came on today's show. So what is it used to treat most likely in people? You know, what do people use it to get treated for?
Most of what I see is musculoskeletal stuff, back pain, neck pain, headaches, also nerve pain, sciatica or nerve pain into the arms. Mm-hmm. So that's the bulk of what I treat all day long. So. Okay.
How long does it usually take to heal from some of the injuries that people sustain that you have to, provide a service?
Most stuff that I see, I would call garden variety, is a couple weeks to heal. Mm-hmm. So for me, it takes 3 or 4 treatments, and I can tell the mechanical problem is gone, and they're good to go. But it depends upon also, age and their condition in general. If they've had previous injuries, if they have other spinal conditions going on. So there's a lot of other factors that play into it. But for most stuff that's simple, I start out assuming it's simple because most of the time it is. And then I can tell after a few treatments if there's something else going on.
So before you came on today's show, you gave me a demonstration. And it was interesting how it works. Because like I said, it's the first time I've ever, had chiropractic services done on my body. When you touched the back of my neck, you said this muscle's tight, and then you twisted it all around like this.
I did not twist it.
Yeah, no,
no,
she
I
twisted.
Did not.
But yeah, she slightly turned my neck and it loosened up the muscle. I mean, why is that? Why did that happen?
So I'm looking at joint mechanics.
Okay.
So every joint in the body has a normal motion. Mm-hmm. So whether it's the elbow, in this case, I look at the spine, but that joint gets a little bit stuck. Mm-hmm. And it hurts. And so the way the body protects it, it'll tighten up muscles around it. That's the part that you feel. That's what I feel. Mm-hmm. So that's the part that doesn't go away.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm a little bit looser on the show today because of her. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So what I'm doing with the manipulation then is I'm just going in and getting that joint loose, and then the muscle around it that was protecting it, lets go. About half of it loosens up right away. That's what you can feel. It already starts to loosen up. And then the smaller muscles underneath that haven't been used for a few weeks or for a few years could be. Mm-hmm. It takes those a few weeks to re-engage. So that's actually what I'm waiting for when I follow up a few times.
Okay.
I'm just buying time. Keep the joint loose. Keep the spasm out of the picture.
Okay. What are some of the side effects to some of the treatments?
There really isn't any major side effects. I'm making muscle changes. Mm-hmm. When I do the manipulation, one muscle group is letting go. Mm-hmm. If it's been there a long time, there's small muscles underneath that haven't been used. Mm-hmm. So they're a little bit deconditioned, so I will trigger those with the manipulation. So it would be same as doing any kind of exercise. It's usually the next day. Mm-hmm. So if they're going to have any soreness at all, it'll be the next day, generally after the first treatment. But I'd rather tell people that it might hurt, that could be a potential side effect, than not, and have it not happen. Mm-hmm. But it's not that often. Mm-hmm. So, but it's just the side effects of muscle changes.
Well, I feel good right now, so I really appreciate you doing it for me.
Well, ask me tomorrow.
yeah, it'd be a little bit different. So, does the treatments hurt?
Did it hurt you?
Absolutely not.
No, it's a pressure. It's just like when you if you can when you some people it grosses them out, the popping noise.
Yeah.
But you know, you can feel the pressure on when I do the manipulation. You certainly can feel the pressure, but it only hurts as much as it hurts to push on it.
Right.
So if I see someone who's got a lot of swelling, who's just been in a recent injury, just pressing on the spot is going to hurt. So I do have to press on the sore spot to get the job done. But generally, I do everything slow. I don't do any big surprises. You saw when I set up on you. It's just a slow setup, and it's just a little push at the end. So it's not. I'm not a big person.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a major aggressive type of thing.
You know, and I like to lift weights a lot, and for you to like immediately loosen up my body with this is something that you guys should definitely look into. You know, especially going into Kelly and getting an opportunity to get that body loosened back up. So I really appreciate you coming on the show today. You know, it's all related to fitness and health. You know, also the healing parts of it. So you can check Kelly Andrews out at Red Swan Chiropractic. And you also work for Group Health as well, correct?
I work at Group Health on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I've been there 24 years, and I work at a friend's clinic in Sun Prairie on Tuesdays and Saturday mornings, and that you can find the details on redswanchiropractic.com.
Nice. Stay tuned. There's more to come right here at Carbon World Health, Workout Wisconsin on Channel 57. Welcome back to Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis, here on location at Carbon World Health. Now we're going to take a different side of fitness and working out right now. I'm now joined by Curtis Riles from Guiding Hand Hypnosis. How you doing, Curtis?
I'm doing well.
So I say hypnosis. How does that relate, or how does it improve mental health and fitness? You know, or I would say mental health, because we're talking about, you know, hypnosis, you know, affecting the mind. How does that improve, you know, in that area?
Sure. Well, you know, I remember I had a high school football coach who told me that, you know, the game is 10% physical and 90% mental. And so really what we do is we take a focus on that mental aspect of athletic performance or, you know, weight loss and fitness in general. And so we're able to kind of work on aspects that help you to sort of get in the zone and make changes in your life to improve your athletic performance and your fitness.
Nice. So a lot of people may not know, what is hypnosis?
Well, hypnosis is fundamentally a deep state of relaxation and focused attention. And when you get into that state, you're able to make changes and work on suggestions that will better help you to focus in your daily life. So it's essentially about making a change for yourself and getting into that state where you're best able to make that change.
So how does hypnosis work when it comes to losing weight and then also improving your athletic performance?
Sure. So there's kind of two different issues there. With the weight loss, it's kind of more about self-awareness and focusing on what you're actually doing in the moment. What are the triggers that cause you to, you know, eat too much or eat the wrong foods, and being aware of that so that you can make changes in your life.
Okay.
With the athletic performance and the fitness aspect, it's more about figuring out what are the triggers in your life that get you to perform well, and about getting into that zone and sort of what are the thought patterns that are holding you back, and kind of working through those to bring that into your performance.
So I'm a former football player, played wide receiver. So you can put me in a state of mind where that defensive back in front of me, I can just get angry and motivated, and you can do that for me?
Yes, if angry and motivated is what you want to feel.
Yes,
so,
it
yes,
is. Yeah. Play
so
better angry. Yeah. So.
And just to kind of get in that zone.
I don't want to be happy out there playing, you know, football. I want to be angry, you know.
And so, and, you know, as a football player, have you ever just felt where you're just, you know, on your game and everything's going well and you're on fire?
All the time.
Yeah, it was every game, right?
Every game, you know.
So we can bring that up at will and give you techniques to be able to get there when you want to.
All right. So with hypnosis, you know, is it helping? How well does it help with personal change? Like, you know, outside of, say, athletics and fitness, is there any other it can help with as well too?
Sure. I work with people pretty much any personal changes that they like to make, whether it's anxiety or quit smoking, weight loss, those kinds of things. But it really works as well as you're willing to accept the suggestions. So we want to make sure that you're motivated to make a change and you're open to making a change. And if those two ingredients are there, then, you know, it's very effective, actually.
All right. So when people think about hypnosis, they think, you know, holding a little thing in front of their face, and obviously it's like bark like a dog and you bark like a dog. Is that going to happen?
No, that's something you might see on stage hypnosis or something like that. What we do in my office is a very different process of just deep relaxation. And I can't really make you do anything you don't want to do. Right. But if you do want to do something, we can kind of give you the tools to get there and get that motivation and make the change that you want.
There's a lot of things I want to do. You think you can do that for me?
Yeah, sure.
So can anybody be hypnotized?
Virtually anybody can be hypnotized. If you have language capacity and an imagination, you can be hypnotized. There's different depths to which you can be hypnotized. Some people go very deep, some people go light, but you only really need a light state of hypnosis to do good work.
Really? So what if I get into a deep state of hypnosis? Is there a change between light and deep?
Well, I think the biggest change would be, you know, if you wanted to do surgery or something like that without anesthetic, well, then you need to be in a very deep state.
Yeah.
But in order to focus your attention and
Right.
your intentions on the right thing, you can do that in even a very light state of hypnosis.
All right. So what's the difference between hypnosis and meditation or, you know, mindfulness? What are those? What are the differences?
Sure, and there's a lot of similarities. I think there's more similarities than differences.
Okay.
Meditation, often people just kind of clear their mind and don't think of anything, or maybe they focus on one individual thing. Hypnosis, you get there a lot deeper and a lot quicker than you might on your own, and you're able to work on specific suggestions that you might want to work on.
Awesome. Well, if you're looking for a different kind of way to help out with your fitness and workout needs, check out Curtis Riles with Guiding Hand Hypnosis. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Stay tuned. There's more to come right here on Workout Wisconsin, on location at Carbon World Health, right here on Channel 57. Welcome back to Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis, here on location at Carbon World Health. We're going to get into recovery right now, and I'm joined by the two co-founders of Carbon World Health, Russ Beyer and Dr. Nestor Rodriguez. How are you guys today?
Good. Pretty good. Thanks for having us.
No problem. So what do people think about when it comes to recovery, Russ?
Traditionally, recovery is going to be a rest day, protein drink, you know, a shorter run, something like that. When we really have to start to kind of think about that a little bit more three-dimensional, and start to take a look at what do we really need recovery on, what did we do that week, what types of activities are we recovering from, and you know, progressive ways to handle that so that we are recovering correctly.
Okay. What are some of the methods that you guys offer here?
Well, one of the kind of the best things that we do here on a daily basis is therapeutic stretching with all of our clients. This is just basically taking muscle groups through a range of motion and kind of getting a lot of the metabolic waste and things out of groups. And then to better answer that question, I'd probably turn this over to Dr. Rodriguez with some of our kind of latest trends in recovery and things that work even more or less into the biological aspects and medical aspects.
So you know, you mentioned those are some of the traditional ways that anyone can do, and I suggest everyone does. Another one's like a foam roller to do for recovery and soreness. But here we have some of the latest, so that includes the cryotherapy, which is basically exposes you to extremely low temperatures, short amount of time. You see it in all these famous shows right now. The professional athletes are using it day in and day out. But we use it here, you know, for 3 minutes. It's a good recovery. It's replacing the ice bath. People forget about nutrient supplementation, not just like oral supplementation, but we provide IM injections, meaning intramuscular injections. We do IV drips that are tailored to your own medical problems, to your own nutritional needs. People always argue, do you need vitamins? No, we're not in a third world country where there's a deficit. But I tell people it's like driving a car, right? If you think your body is a top of the line car, you're not always going to drive it on empty. You're going to want it full. Okay. So that's where IV hydration comes in. We do machines and technology that we actually use, like pulse wave therapy, to relieve tendonitis, soreness, and you know, bring it all together to kind of get you a better recovery state.
Okay. What other methods do you think people should think about when it comes to recovery?
One of the things that we take a good look at here is active recovery as well, right? A lot of people will come into, you know, especially this time of year with New Year's resolutions, all that stuff going on, they're coming to the gym and they're excited and they're going to come in and hit it hard. You know, what tends to happen with that is people get sore and don't come back. So we do a lot of active recovery where we're excited to tell clients, get back in here. We're going to take you through some progressive movements that are just kind of working range of motion and things like that, pushing blood back into those groups, and again, relieving some of that metabolic waste and things that are left in those groups that actually cause that soreness.
So pretty much what you're saying is, if you haven't worked out in a while, you're going to be sore. And
yes, you will.
The thing is, come back. I mean, if you haven't worked out in a lengthy period of time, you're going to be sore no matter what. And that doesn't mean that you're out of shape or anything like that. You haven't used what you said. You haven't used the car in a while. They ain't going to run properly.
You actually did it right if you're sore. So.
Yeah, exactly. Any other kind of?
And then, so medically speaking, you always hear it, well, I'm overtraining, I'm working too hard because I'm sore. No, there's a difference between rhabdomyolysis, which is a medical condition. There's a difference between overtraining, you get injuries, to you're just sore. You get me right now to stretch out you'll listen to some of the other shows that you'll have, that's what I need. I stretch out, my heart rate goes through the roof. I can't blame it on me being overtrained. It's just, I have to work those muscle groups and have to get there. So when we talk about other things to do is kind of look at the show, see the various different exercises, different things. You talk about yoga, you talk about stretching, you talk about martial arts. Those are all things that they can recover in different ways that you can add to your fitness routine. So it's not just one thing fits everyone.
Right. And you can see all that fitness, martial arts, medical, all kinds of things right here on Workout Wisconsin. Joined by the two co-founders of Carbon World Health, Russ Byer, Dr. Nestor Rodriguez. Stay tuned. I'm Reggie Davis. We got more coming up right here on Workout Wisconsin. Welcome back to Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis. We're here on location at Carbon World Health. I'm joined by my co-host,
Patty Steinhauer.
Now, we're going to talk about self-defense, especially women's self-defense. I'm joined here by Josh Trowbridge from Trowbridge Martial Arts. Josh, in the area of self-defense, especially women's self-defense, do you offer that kind of, I would say fitness, exercise with service? Do you offer that service at your facility?
Oh, definitely. Everything we do is, all the martial arts programs I teach are all self-defense based. So even though we occasionally go compete at tournaments and do different things, everything has a 100% fundamental self-defense application to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a question. So what is one of the mistakes that I guess women in particular make when they are out and get attacked? Sorry, I dug right into it.
Oh, yeah. Probably one of the biggest things.
What do they do when they get
Yeah, I'm
attacked?
like, this is what I want to know.
The meat potatoes.
I want to make sure I don't make that mistake.
The biggest thing is to try to meet the attack. In other words, thinking they're going to fight with them.
Yeah.
Self-defense application is first mindset should be defend, run,
Yes.
get out. And I even tell guys the same thing. We're not going to stay and try to box. We're not in a MMA match. We're not in a fight. Street fights, there's no rules. You don't know who has weapons. You don't know whose buddy's going to come in. So it's not always, a lot of times, never one-on-one. It's usually more than one person.
Oh, I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to bring up a topic here. We're both former police officers. And when it comes to this, you know, when a subject wants to attack you, especially if they're willing to go that route, we both know that they're doing it for a reason. And especially, like I said, with the tactics of, you know, defend and run, don't, you know, stay in and fight. So, I mean, especially with your expertise as an ex-police officer, tell me, you know, what you've been able to take from that part of your life and then bring it into martial arts, especially with the women's self-defense.
Basically, it's a lot of verification of what I teach, because I can pull the statistics and my own instances, you know, arriving after the fact, where, you know, the person that was assaulted looks back, you know, hindsight 2020, and goes, I should have done this, I should have done that.
Yeah.
And I'm coming in afterwards or during, and I can dissect what's happened, critique what's happened, and in my mind, I take that back and go, how would I show somebody to defend in this circumstance?
That's awesome.
And that's the thing is, like, you know, these attackers, these perps, what we will refer to as, like I said, their mindset is to hurt, cause damage. So
Exactly.
pretty much get it and then just go. So Patty, you know, especially as, you know, as a female, is there any other like things that, you know, you think based on self-defense that you would like to know, especially from Josh here?
Yeah, I guess what are some of the basics that we should know about? You know, someone that's never taken a self-defense class, which, in all honesty, I would, you know, I've always thought about that, and I need to. What's something that I can learn from you?
The biggest part of it is they're always gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
And I always even tell the guys that, you know, everybody wants to go muscle to
Definitely.
muscle and try to man up. They're always gonna be, you know, almost always gonna be bigger than this.
You told me about that. You beat me up a couple times.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You know, and especially, you know, little guys might get beer muscles, you know, when they get intoxicated, but generally there's a purpose too, and especially when you talk about women's self-defense class, it may not just be a robbery. It may be more than that, you know, especially what we would see with sexual assaults. So the biggest thing is create opportunity. So whether, if you're gonna strike, it's not a boxing match, it's not a, you know, a big fight. It's going for the soft spots, the vulnerable spots, the eyes, the throat, the groin, make them pay.
Yes.
You know, the biggest, hit fast, hit hard, and run. And then also with escapes, different escapes that we do, is I don't care if it's a bear hug, a wrist grab, a choke, it's basic anatomy, it's basic kinesiology, how the body functions, what's the weakest point in that body part, and escape from that.
What is like the one thing you would say if there's any body part to go for?
Okay, that's every woman knows what the guy's soft spot is.
Okay, there we go.
Now, it doesn't mean that guys can't
That
fight.
question you don't even have to ask. I'm telling you what the answer is. So,
This is an under right there. That's automatic all the time. But guys can still fight. I mean, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
But guys still can fight through that. So that's the escape part. It's create the space. So we're not just going to do that one hit and go, oh, he's just going to be laying on the floor right there. We're going to do that to soften up to the next part or to get out.
Kick right up the middle. Stay tuned. We got more coming up here on Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis, right here on Channel 57. Welcome back to A Workout Wisconsin. Thank you for checking us out on another show. What did we learn about today? Chiropractic from Red Swan Chiropractic, Kelly Andrews. Talked to Dr. Nestor Rodriguez from Carbon World Health. Now we know something about hypnosis, don't we? Related to fitness with Curtis Rawls from Guiding Hand Hypnosis. Then we finished it out with a little women's self-defense with Josh Trowbridge from Trowbridge Martial Arts. Come back tomorrow. Check us out right here on Workout Wisconsin. I'm your host, Reggie Davis, here on Channel 57.